AI agents could help you run your business on autopilot, but you don't know where to start. In this video, I'm showing you the exact system so you can build your very first agent today, saving you up to 20 hours a week and scaling without hiring. Hi, my name is Doc from XRAY, the workflow company, and I'm going to show you how to create your first agent in n8n. First, we have to answer the question, what in the world are AI agents? Simply put, they are like digital helpers that do tasks for you automatically on the internet. And we're going to be using an AI agent that lives in n8n. So it's going to be helping you through your automation or workflow. Think of it like a chain reaction. When one thing happens, the system knows what to do next without you needing to press any buttons. So let's begin. First of all, we're going to go into n8n. You're going to open up your account and you're going to be taken to the home page where you're going to see all of your workflows. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a brand new workflow and build it from scratch. So we're going to click Create Workflow. From here, we're going to be taken to the canvas, and this allows us to start building that chain reaction. Where it says add first step, that's going to allow us to have the first step that will kick off all of the automations, and we can have our AI agent connected to it. So let's go with clicking the plus sign, and here we're going to have an option of all these different types of triggers or the first step. We're going to look at on chat message, and this is basically when there's going to be a chat going on, and we're going to look at this in a little bit, but when you're going to almost have like a chat bot, when you're going to start the conversation, we're going to have that as the trigger. So imagine you're on a website and you're going to be asking for help. That little icon at the bottom where you get the chat interface where you can talk to either a chat bot or connect with a person, that's what we're doing right here. But that's just the beginning. We're then going to click the plus button here and we're going to see what happens next. We have a couple different options and we can click on the AI component. Now, when we click AI, this is going to give us a lot of different other AI nodes that we can add to it. Here, we're going to click AI agent, and then this generates an action plan and executes it. So we're going to click that, and I'm going to click the X button for a second, going out, because this is still now allowing us to see how we're building our workflow here. So remember, the first trigger is when a chat message is received, then the AI agent will start doing things. Now, the next question would be, what are we going to do with this AI agent? What do we need to have it connected to? Bottom line, there's a few things that we can have, including having a chat model, memory, and a tool. And really, the tool allows it to move or do things. So we're going to add the basics and then add on to it. So the first one is if we click where it says chat model and we click the plus sign, now that allows us to pick the large language model, the LLM. What is it going to connect to for it to now be able to take actions and be able to respond? Depending on what you're using, you might be using OpenAI. So you're using like ChatGPT, if you're familiar with that, or Anthropic, like Claude. You're going to pick which one works for you. I'm going to type in OpenAI, and here we get OpenAI chat model. And again, you can decide on what works for you. Now, this is important. When we have the OpenAI chat model, so we're connecting it to OpenAI, we get to first have our account connected. So it says credential to connect with. You're going to say create new credential, and then that's going to allow you to connect your account to this. Now, to get your API key, there's going to be a link down below so you can learn how to get your keys from OpenAI. And this really allows you to have the fundamentals of being able to go through that process and bring it back here. But bottom line, the summary is, if you go to platforms.openai.com, you're going to be able to get all of that information by going through the step-by-step process of getting your keys. You're going to bring all of that in here and save it. Once you have it saved, then you can decide to use that account here and then decide to use the model, which one you would like to use here. We're just going to go with GPT 4.1 mini for now, but this allows us to get the basic setup of what we're going to have here to start. And if we look at this, Now we have the beginning step to building our first agent. We have the trigger that starts, we have the model, and then we can first test it and then add on. It's really important that you start building this incrementally, because then this allows you to be effective to troubleshoot, understand what's going right, what's going wrong, and then adding. So let's test this out and see what's going on. So right here we have it. We can see open chat. I'm just going to say, hey, let me know if you're a real person. Okay, so I'm going to do the chat right here. I'm going to do the chat. It's going to go through the agent, and look, right here, we see the chat here. We see the input. The human is saying, hey, let me know if you're a real person. And then it says the output, I'm not a real person. I'm an AI language model created by OpenAI. How can I assist you today, right? So this is the very beginning for us to test our very own AI agent. And this is really crucial. Now that we built our AI agent, let's look at some options for adding some memory and tools. Let's start with memory. Now, what's the purpose of memory? Remember, it is allowing us to remember the conversation as we're talking to the AI agent. So bottom line, it gives context, or it remembers more of the conversation. So what does this look like with adding some memory? Well, first we click the plus sign button here, and then we have some different options of what you would like to do. Remember, this is depending on your business or what you're trying to create. So you can use a MongoDB or others, but let's just use the simple memory. Let's go with this. Once we click simple memory, we get a couple different options of what we want to do when we're bringing this in. The most important thing as we're looking at this is two different things, the session ID and then the context window length. Now, this is going to be how many past interactions that you're going to remember using this AI agent. It's really going to depend on your use case, but for right here, we're going to add it and change it to 20, just in case we're adding more details on a complicated conversation, but there are tons of different things to look at. But right here, we're just going to add 20. So we have the simple memory right here. That's excellent. The next thing we're going to look at is adding a tool. Now, remember, this is really important to think about, what are you trying to do? Where are you needing the output to be? So we're having the chat, and again, we can have it in a couple different ways, but we're having the simple chat here, but where are we going to have the output? Now we can look at this where we can start doing different tools like Slack or others. Say for instance, we have Slack and we're going to create a message. So what we're going to do is message right here, and it's going to send a message, right? And this allows us to, once we connect it to our credentials and what we have here, this is going to be, maybe we want the chat. First, we have a conversation come in. The AI agent is going to understand more of the context of the conversation, and then we want an output. Maybe we want a piece of the conversation then sent to the message in Slack. The most important thing is, once we click this, we're going to get the input of what happened with the AI agent, and we're going to map the output of what we want to happen in Slack. So that's really important. You're having the conversation come through, and then you're going to make a decision. What do we want the output to be? We have right here resource. We're going to have it as a message, operation send, and then send message to. We can decide to send it to a channel or a specific user. And then we have the option message type, simple text message, or block. So this is coming in with elements of what the conversation you got from the AI agent. You can map it accordingly right here, and then you're going to have an output to be able to go from there. And that's just one of many different type of tools that you can use. You can use Slack. Maybe you're doing something in Gmail, creating a draft email, or the list goes on and on. What's important to think about here is you're starting out with a chat message, or in this case, we're using chat. Then we're going to have it have the AI agent, have the model it's using, OpenAI here, and then we're having simple memory here to remember the context of the conversation, and then you're going to have an output where it goes. In the comment section down below, let me know, what are you trying to create? Once you have an AI agent, what type of tech or what type of platforms are you using in your work or in your daily life? And if you like these videos, make sure that you like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.